the content gap that nobody talks about. There's a gap between what brands plan and what actually gets posted. Big campaigns look great on paper, but the everyday content in between, that's where brands go quiet. And it's in the silence in between that the competitors win. Filling that gap with steady, story-driven video is how you stay top of mind. Someone who's often evoked or invoked quite often when I'm brought in or meeting someone for the first time is Alex Hormozi, someone I'm very fond of. It's someone we're very fond of on the Make It Your Business podcast that I do with James Murray. People say, he puts out great content. How can we do that? We want to, be known in the space just like he is. The thing with Alex Hormozi is he has a big team behind him and he puts content very high up on his priority list. In fact, I would say his job is basically making content. It isn't, but in terms of the front face of his business, that's basically what he does all the time. Now you can say, well, he's got the budget to do that and we don't have that budget, so it's just not for us. You do, you just don't realize it. You have the budget in terms of time, sweat equity, all those things, or you can hire people like us for not a lot of money. It really just depends on what you're more prepared to do, whether it's to spend money or find a happy medium in between. There's a way of doing that. But I would guarantee you, once he started putting content out there, he didn't do it with a huge team behind him. He's only, like he does with everything else, he scaled it up over time. But in terms of the percentage of his resources that he puts behind it, whether it's time or money, I'm sure they account probably for more or less the same as they did before. So you need to think of content as being a proportion of your resources. If you want it to work, you've got to start and you've got to keep going, and you can't just put out sporadic things as and when time and budget allows. You have to commit and you have to find ways to do it. It doesn't mean you have to hire a company like us, but you do need to find a way to do it. If you want a quick turnaround on some content, we are opening a couple of slots for our 7-day content boost package. The details I can send to you if you DM me the word boost. I'd be happy to share more information with you on that. So if you've got a big launch or an announcement that is coming up imminently, why don't you reach out and we'd be happy to help support that. Again, all for a fixed price. Details available if you DM me the word boost.